Hey guys, so I've got you zoomed out a bit more than I normally have you, so let me know if you like more of this open background. I ended up cleaning today, and which prompted this video, a decluttering video. I don't think I've ever done one of these on my channel before, so basically what decluttering is going through your makeup collection and getting rid of things that you're no longer using, you think might be too old and expired, and just making room for some new stuff. The last time I decluttered was when I moved into this place. I just gave my sister some stuff that I wasn't really using anymore, and that's probably going to be the case with this declutter as well. I always give her first dibs, my mom, and then if she wants to give some to her friends, etc, etc. Before we jump into it, please remember to turn on your notifications. It's that little bell down below so that you're notified when my videos go out so you don't miss anything. I have two of these little professional things. I've got a sample size and another little sample for my sister because I know she likes that, so that's just going to her anyway. I have a full-size L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover. I did a review on this really early on my channel, and I just don't grab for it. I don't really like super full coverage in general, so this one is going to go. Maybe my sister will use it. She's a little bit tanner than I am, but I also have this sample size of a Makeup Forever foundation, and it is not my shade. This is, what shade are you? 117 Y225, and I think I use like R2 something. I don't remember what the exact number is, but I don't use this shade. This does not look like my skin tone, and there's no point for me to have this. So maybe she or one of her friends could get better use out of it. A lot of the stuff in this bag is stuff that I got in Ipsy bags, and I just never used them. And that was one of the reasons I canceled getting Ipsy bags, because I just didn't use any of the trial size products. Like the full size ones I usually would, but the smaller ones I just wouldn't get any use of. Like I didn't ever use this. I've never used this product. It's the Naked Advanced Aloe Cream. I just kind of like opened it to smell it, and I'm not a super huge fan of the scent, and I don't want to introduce too many more things into my skincare routine. Oh, I've got itch on my nose because I've just been trying a lot of different things. What is that? I think this was another one of those Ipsy bag things. It's a Mica Beauty Cosmetics. It looks like a cream shadow, and cream eyeshadow base in bronze, and I don't use this. I also have this Hard Candy Color Correct Radiant Primer. I had tried this on my channel a while ago. It's not bad. It's not great either. I don't find myself using it, which is pretty much the case with all of these, but I am getting rid of this because it is taking up room in my primer section, and it just keeps getting pushed back and back and back, so it's gotta go. Another little palette that's just taking up room in my drawer. It's nice shades. I mean, it's good for like everyday colors if you don't want any matte shades. I mean, you have to use this with another, I mean, you have a matte black, but you have to use this with other makeup, other eyeshadows. It's not really a standalone product for me, so I don't grab for it. The black in here is really nice though. I have this Gerard Cosmetics highlighter, and it's actually kind of broken. You guys can see a little bit that it's broken. It's shattered in here, but someone can still make use of this. It's got the little protective cover, so if they want to press it down, maybe one of my sister's friends. This is just too dark on me. I am so fair. This is the shade Lucy, and these are really nice highlighters. I have two other shades. They were kind of one of the earlier highlights that I got in my collection, and it's just, I don't use it because it's so dark, and I would rather it go on to somebody who will use it. Another highlighter that I'm getting rid of is this one from Urban Decay. I bet my sister's gonna want to keep this one. It's the Afterglow highlighter. It's just another pinky highlight, and I have a lot of pink tone highlights. Like I don't need this one in my life. I've already got so many. It's a little chalkier than the other ones that I have as well, so I'm kind of like, you can definitely make it work and it's still beautiful, but I think Aura is going to leave my possession, so I don't need you. Highlighters was my hardest section, hence the reason there's only like 2 that I'm decluttering. I'm getting rid of this product. I think it's kind of kind of on the old side. It's not super old. It's from Bare Minerals. It's the Complexion Rescue. It's actually almost gone. Like, I used a good amount of this. My boyfriend got it for me when I was first starting to get into makeup because I never wore foundation. Like, I didn't wear any type of face product. So I wanted to ease myself into putting stuff on my face, and the Complexion Rescue from Bare Minerals is really, really lightweight. It doesn't feel like you have a lot on your skin. It's got the SPF in it, which is fantastic. It's, yeah, SPF 30. So I recommend this to people who want something that's a little more hydrating on the skin and like barely any coverage, and I use the shade Vanilla 2. I have a brush in here that I never use. I think it's just a little too loose for me. I like something that's a little more dense. This could do really well for blending. This is just taking up room. It's a little EcoTools eye shading brush, and someone will use it. Another foundation I am getting rid of is the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. I don't hate this. I actually don't mind this foundation that much, but I know my sister is looking for a sort of lightweight foundation that she could maybe build up in time. I don't know if the shade, it might be too light for her, but it still might be something she can like kind of play with and at least, I don't know, see how she likes the texture of something like this versus like the Total Coverage L'Oreal product. I didn't like this when I first tried it though. I thought it was way too liquidy and I just couldn't get it to work right, but I realized that it was the primer I was using. It just did not work well with this. So this foundation is a little more finicky when it comes to primers and how well it sits because it is such a like liquidy type of formula. I used to use this mask quite a bit actually. It's the Lather Honey Moisture Mask with Propolis Extract, a relief mask for environmentally stressed skin. The smell of it, I don't think I can use a product with this scent anymore. It smells like honey, but it's got that underlying powder smell that I can't stand. I don't like powdery, like baby powder smelling products, and it's so slight that that's the reason I was using it before, but I'm moving on, and I think maybe my mom would like using this for her skin. A relief mask for environmentally stressed skin, apply to clean, dry face, allow to sink in for 20 minutes, then rub excess into the skin. That was one of the things I liked about this, is you didn't have to rinse it off. So I have 2 full-size Tarte blushes in here, and I know that's kind of surprising, but I do have a Tarte blush palette that has 4 shades in it. So it's like, I go to that so much more than using these 2 individual ones. And this one is the shade Memorable, and then this one is Exposed. And Memorable just is a little too glittery for me. It's got like little fine glitters in it. The color is really nice, but I feel like I'm saying this a million times, I don't use it. But this isn't something I grab for, and it's practically unused. I hardly used this blush, so hardly touched. And then Exposed is just, for whatever reason, this one in particular felt so chalky to me. And I know the Tarte blushes are a little bit, they seem a little more dry and chalky than some other blushes, but this one, I don't know, I couldn't get it to work. The color is really nice, it's very soft, but it just wouldn't stay on my skin. 2 more little things that are taking up not a lot of room, but I don't use them. The Peony Shadow Trio is sort of, I don't know if I ever used this. It literally looks like I have never touched these eyeshadows. Again, it's the same thing with these Ipsy products. I just wasn't grabbing for them. Like, you could probably create more of a look with this than the other one because you've got the brown and the light color and the shimmery shade, but someone else will use these much more, and it needs to go to a more deserving user than for me to just have it sit in my drawer and collect dust. And this is the other thing, Beauty Basics. This is just a little too dark for me. You can swirl the colors together, use them individually. It's really pretty, but I mean, no. it just won't work for me. This other thing, I kind of surprised myself by getting rid of this, decluttering it. It's from Hard Candy. It's their, I think, what do they call these? They're strobe drops. Illuminate and Strobing Mix and Drops White Pearl. I don't know if they even carry this anymore. And what I love doing with this is mixing it in with my foundation to give it more of a glow, or putting it on my skin before my foundation to give more of a glow. You can use it as an actual highlighter, not as intense as like the Cover FX drops, but you can get a nice glow with this. And I've got a lot of highlights. So, this is technically a highlighter I got rid of too. So this will be a fun product for probably my sister to play with. I am getting rid of one of my City Mini palettes. I just wasn't sold on these, and the colors are really pretty. Like, I like the purple and the blue, and this color is really nice. I just felt like it could do more for me, and I know a lot of people really like these palettes. I kept one of them to kind of play around with a little more, just to see if I'm really not in love with the formula. My mom might want this as well, so it'll be used. So that's eyeshadow again. But the biggest product I am decluttering, and the last one, is this palette from BH Cosmetics. I was going through my eyeshadows and I'm just like, I have got these shades in other palettes. This is, I mean, it's beautiful. I love the shades in here. They call this their Blush Neutrals 26 color eyeshadow and blush palette, and the blushes are so nice. I love the blushes in here. This deep purple one with a light hand on fair skin, oh, so gorgeous. But with all the Be Bella palettes I have, and if you don't know their brand, they're getting rid of their palettes that were kind of like this. They had a lot of palettes that kind of looked like the Morphe palettes, but they're doing new packaging. If you want to check out my Be Bella videos, go right ahead. But they have like nice big palettes like this. Anyway, I have some of their older ones that they're phasing out to keep for myself. I'll try not to use them on my channel much because you guys won't be able to get them anymore. Anyway, back to this. This is a BH palette. And with my other palettes that I have, I do not need these colors. The pinks are fun, the browns are fun. You get such a nice combination in here. BH Cosmetics is such a good quality with their products, and I'm surprised that I don't see as many people talking about BH as I feel like there should be. I mean, some of their products don't perform as well. Like, this isn't my favorite palette from them, which is another reason I'm letting it go. But other than that, like, I love their brow trio. You guys, if you've been watching me forever, you guys know I love their Flawless Brow Trio. Their concealer is really nice. Their brushes, I mean, come on. They are so good, especially if you're a beginner. You can get such a big set for such a small amount of money, and I feel like I'm talking them up. And I know I have an affiliate link with them, like down below, where if you make a purchase through a BH Cosmetics, you know, order that you do after clicking through my link, I get a little commission. But I truly believe in a lot of their products. So I feel like that's kind of weird for me to throw in when I'm talking about getting rid of this palette. But hey, if you're shopping at BH and you like them as much as I do, I mean, this is so weird because I'm getting rid of this, but I'm talking so highly of the company. Anyway, they're a great starter brand. They're just a great brand in general. This is gonna go to a better home, meaning my parents' house, where my sister is. Though my mom might snag this from her, I'm not sure. So I guess we'll find out. And that is everything I am decluttering, and I feel really good about it. I feel like I am making some space because I am constantly picking up new products. I am obsessed with makeup so much. It is really hard for me to let go of stuff too, and this is a good starting point for me to get rid of stuff. I know a lot of it's small stuff, but when you have these small things clunking around in your drawers, it can drive you crazy, and it did. So I cleaned today. Hence why you can see like my upper part of my desk, because usually that is covered in crap. Okay, before I babble on, I need to get ready to leave because I need to be at my parents in 20 minutes. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you have decluttered recently, how you go about decluttering, if you have any tips. What do you start with? How do you do it? But I feel good about my journey on the decluttering train. I didn't go through like lipsticks and eyeliners and things because I feel like it's a little more unsanitary. I'll have to figure that out. I know a lot of people donate some of their things to like women's shelters and stuff, so I'll have to look into that in my area, and anything that my family doesn't want or friends or whatever, I have to sort that out. So I'm babbling again, I'm going on. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone!